Hi, welcome back to Focus on Empathy. Today we're going to be looking at some of the practices that we can do to begin to shift that immediate response of defense, which is an amygdala response in the brain, and open it up to the possibility of something that's more inclusive, curious, empathetic, or even leaning into compassion. We want to remember that the emotions that alert us to dissatisfaction or threat activate the amygdala, the survival response center that engages those emotions. We can direct attention using the prefrontal cortex, the control center of the brain, to notice the amygdala response and to choose to question it. Create a gap before responding. Then engage with your bodily sensations, your feelings, and connect with your heart energy. If you have trouble feeling it, just pretend that you do. That actually really helps. And then use your imagination, your prefrontal cortex again, to open, experience centeredness, and send heart-based warmth. So let's take a look at breaking your habitual responses. These are practices to experience empathy and compassion and make that connection with the heart when you're apt to be acting from the amygdala. But you can just do them on your own time. It's really best if you just sit quietly and focus and go through the exercise. You can close your eyes if you want to, really pay attention to your breathing and to the feelings you're having while you're doing it. So first of all, the first exercise is extending goodwill. Think of someone you love strongly, a partner, a parent, a dog, and you might want to check, depending on the day you're doing the exercise, which you'd like to focus on. Somebody to really bring out that sense of compassion and empathy just by placing your thought on them. And start by wishing them contentment and happiness and feel it for them. Visualize them having it. Then wish them freedom from suffering and unhappiness, period, all the time. Feel it, visualize it. Next, wish them always to be able to connect with happiness free of suffering. Feel it and visualize it. And then finally, wish them to be skilled at working with habitual reactions to fear and loss, like you're becoming, so that they can strongly maintain that sense of workability in their life. Again, breaking your habitual response, practices to experience empathy and compassion, extending goodwill continued. You want to take the same exercise and repeat the same sequence of wishes for a close friend or colleague, and then someone you've interacted with but don't know. Maybe a clerk at the grocery store, maybe someone on the highway. Number 4, do it for someone with whom you feel uncomfortable or afraid, angry, disgusted, challenged, whatever that feeling might be that's not especially comfortable. And then number 5, do the same list of sequences for all living beings. Breaking your habitual response, practices to experience empathy and compassion continued. Lesson 2, exchanging self for others, is a practice to soften your own feelings of challenge or silently assist or appreciate others. For instance, A, if you're feeling a challenging emotion like jealousy towards someone, you would breathe in that feeling and breathe out the energy of gratitude and appreciation, the opposite or antidote to the person you're jealous of. B, if someone else or a group of people are experiencing challenges, illness, poverty, grief, you breathe in that energy and send out the energy or wish of joy, relief, or healing, the antidote to the person or situation. If you're feeling a particular challenge or lack, you breathe that in with self-empathy and send out the positive antidote to others experiencing the same, no matter who they may be, and to benefit all beings. And again, during this process, it's really helpful if you're sitting quietly and allowing yourself to feel this, experience it in your body, and also know that there is nothing negative about breathing in what we might consider the challenging, because you can consider your body and your feelings almost as a transformative process, so that when you send out the positive, that's something that you own and have naturally. Those couple of exercises have been used in Eastern philosophy since ancient times, and people have found them to be very effective. But they also work on a neurological level by sitting down, getting quiet, and imagining some of the situations that irritate you and sending those situations positive feeling, positive energy, and good wishes really helps make that connection in your brain. And it sets it up so that maybe the next time you're in the grocery store and the clerk is taking a very long time and there's a long line, you'll remember that at least you're going to go home and send that kid some energy. And you might even lighten up your thinking about the situation right on the spot. So once again, take a couple of weeks and practice these exercises. Really bring them into your personal routine. It only takes a couple of minutes. You can do them anywhere. And you'll notice that some of your attitudes, especially your habitual attitudes, will begin to change. Now, as we move forward, we're going to take a look at other concepts about empathy and especially compassion that can train us to experience it and feel it on the spot when we need to open up and when we need to be curious. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon.